Welcome to Living Chassidus. Together, let's live the Chassidus we learn.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Chassidus in the morning. 15 minutes to change our lives. Look at this Chalak Aleph. Really, it's already up to we're talking about Yutis Kislev. Let's see. This morning Shiur and the whole week's morning Shiur, Baruch Hashem, has been sponsored Lilui nishmas Shiur Simcha ben Chaim Shalom Moshe. In honor of his love for Jewish learning and dedication to Yiddishkeit, his neshama have highest aliyah. And we should have all the schus of our learning and all our learning, all the avodah that we do from the learning should be given for this schus. We very much appreciate it. Okay, we're going to finish up the sikha over here. This part of the sikha is actually very long. Oh, that's all actually. But yeah. So basically, we were discussing a famous story of Yaakov. Alter Rebbe is in jail, and the minister comes to him and he says, "Explain to me, what does it mean, Yaakov?" Alter Rebbe gives him the answer of Rashi. And he goes, "No, I know Rashi's answer. I'm asking your answer." Alter Rebbe says, when a person finds himself at such age, and he said the age of this minister, you're going to ask himself, Yaakov, what are you doing with your life? What have you accomplished? Why are you here? Are you achieving your mission? And as the Frierdiker Rebbe said about this story, that this actually helped Alter Rebbe from having Kol Nefesh. But Alter Rebbe was on the mood of Kol Nefesh because of this. He was enjoying the experience of being in prison. Not that he enjoyed the physical experience of being in prison, but he enjoyed realizing that he was able to do such a mitzvah that he doesn't really come with a Mesiras Nefesh. And so that was bringing him to Kol Nefesh. And then when he said Yaakov, he said, "Hey, what am I doing? I'm going to run to Shemayim? Yaakov, to be down here." This is what the lesson is teaching us. And so ultimately this was teaching us as well, is as the Rebbe says, you could be either big, on one hand you could be the highest, big London. And your issue of Yaakov means Kol Nefesh. It can be the simplest of people. Yaakov is not to be sunk into Taivas. But we all have to ask ourselves, Yaakov. Yeah. So let's finish up. Okay. First test Vav. As a kesher shebein she'elas Yaakov l'masar shalom mazakin yesh l'mitzvah haval alon. We can bring out the connection between Yaakov and Alter Rebbe's imprisonment. Meaning, you'll see like this. It's a beautiful word. Masar shalom mazakin nevad. Alter Rebbe went to prison. Why? K'yudua min hakitrug. Because of the decree from above, but because of him spreading the hidden secrets of the Torah. Torah Chassidus. Meaning, why did the whole thing happen in the first place? The Alter Rebbe was spreading Chassidus, which is the hidden parts of Torah. Through Alter Rebbe revealing the hidden parts of Torah. The Chol is told to every single Yid, and how did Alter Rebbe do it? By bringing it down in a way that we can understand. And through that, the seichel also in the mind, also the nefesh v'hamis, to such an extent, Makif misaguf agashmi, cool, and that it surrounds the whole physical body. And nakum with that niya kitrug l'maylam, that's the decree above. Shehevi li'tziras akitrug l'maslamata, which caused what happened below. So let's just pause for a moment and understand this in beautiful part. And what did Alter Rebbe do? The Alter Rebbe was taking Chassidus, was taking the depth of Torah, the inner secret, the neshama of Torah, and he was bringing it down in a level that we can understand. Not just the nefesh l'kis can understand, which is trying to understand something very deep, and even that nefesh l'kis can understand, but even the nefesh of Baham can understand. What does it mean to understand? It doesn't mean just to intellectually understand the idea, but it means to understand to the extent that we said Chacham bin Adas, that you understand the idea, and with Chachma means it's like the flash of the idea. Bina is that you understand, and Lahavin says that Bina is Lahavin Davin Tech Davat, understand something from something else, which means that you can even extrapolate this idea to something else. It's like someone teaches you something. You understand? So well, you can apply it to a different scenario. That's bina. To the extent of even das. Das is you connect with the idea. Your connection with it, it's not just an idea anymore. It's a heritage, a feeling. It's there's a lot of ways of explaining das, but it's the idea between a kid and an adult, that a kid will know something is wrong, but he'll still do it. He doesn't have that das. Simplest example I can give is one time I was teaching a kid sport, and we're coming back from the park in the left over here, and he wanted to carry the baseball bat, and I said to him, I don't know if it's such a good idea. You know what? It's fine, but on the condition you hold the bat facing downwards. So you hold the bat like the small part over here and the longer part over the bottom, and just walking like this, walking around. So the clients were walking, and he's banging the bat on the ground. And there's different sounds. There's the grass, there's the dirt, there's the grates, and he's going like this, bang, 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 fine. And as we get to a glass window, he takes the bat and it turns it like this, and he hits the window. I have a heart attack. And Baruch Hashem didn't break the window, but the guy in the office was like, I look at the kid and I'm like, what'd you do? And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it was wrong. I'm like, I don't understand what happened. Like, what were you thinking? And he's like, no, you're right, it was wrong. I'm like, you understand what happened? He's like, yeah, I nearly broke the window, I shouldn't do it. And my parents, and I'll get in trouble, I have to pay. And he explained to me, he knew all the right words of what was the problem. And I remember, like, I was with Michal, and she's like, explain to him. So I tried to explain to him again, and I realized, like, I don't know how to explain this to you. He understands it, technically understands it. But why did he still do it if he understood it? Because he didn't have das. He intellectually understood. And he had all the intellectual answers. He had the bina. He really understood it in an intellectual way. But das is a connection. He wasn't connected to the idea. And this is the point of when we learn Chassidus. This is the Alter Rebbe was achieving. And this is what we have to achieve in ourselves. We want Chassidus to be transformative. We have to have with das. It's to take the idea that you learn. We learn the Sikha, let's say. So I think about it, and I understand it. That's Chachma. Bina is I understand how to apply it. And I understand how to extrapolate it to different scenarios. And das is not just I understand how to apply it, it's I actually apply it and I feel that difference. Another way of understanding das, you could say it's like a person that has a business idea versus a person that actually runs a business. A person that has a business idea has the best idea. But das is when you actually run a business, that feeling. And or another example the Chassidus brings, das is lashon iskashus. It's an intimate connection with that concept. Just like a husband and wife. It's called Adam Yadas Chava. He knew Chava, meaning they had intimacy, they became intimately connected. Das is that connection. But in simple terms, it means when we learn Chassidus, when we learn anything you want to have das with, but this is what the Alter was achieving. It took the secrets and the hidden parts of Torah and revealed it to the extent that we can be connected to it, not just das of a nefesh kiss, but even das of nefesh bahamis. Even an animalistic soul that doesn't really need necessarily care for these things can care for it so much and be totally moved, emotionally moved from the learning. And this is what the Alter was being in trouble for. This is the reason why he was in prison. So that was the issue. Now, because above in Shemayim they decided that this is fine, so therefore it came down that it's also fine. Meaning the redemption that Alter Rebbe had wasn't because of what happened down here as much as what happened in L'mayla. In L'mayla, above in Shemayim, the consensus was, you know what, we can spread Chassidus. Chassidus is fine to give out. So then Alter Rebbe, you're free to go, and he became free. But Ketzad Yitachin Amnam Lahavi Razi Razim. But ultimately, how can we bring this hidden secrets That the purpose is to be able to bring you to a place of kol nefesh. That's the hidden secret of the Torah. They're so powerful that can give us, like the Alter had kol nefesh, and the expression of the soul, the head, the mitzias atzmis, and the lack of self mitzias. The idea hishashvus, to a way of settledness. Through being included in the mind, in our mind, meaning Chassidus is there to make you realize that it's all Eibush, that everything's all Hashem. And if that's the case, that can bring us to Kol Nefesh. And if that's the case, that it can bring us to Kol Nefesh, so why are we able to do this? This is a dangerous game we're playing over here. So what's the answer? And really, what we're saying is this we can do this because of what Alter realized, and ultimately this is the whole. Maybe you could say that this is the point in the imprisonment that he sort of he transformed it, and that's why he was able to go with what happening with this whole story. The Ma'amad Shel calls the nefesh as kriyas ayeka, like we see with Alter Rebbe, he had calls the nefesh until the story of ayeka. So the ayeka is what saved everything, because as a sheila aliyah hamufenes whole echad, this great question that comes to all of us: did we complete? You have to ask yourself: did I do my job in making a dir b'tachtonim for Hashem? Kriya v'sheila zu ma'nika l'tachtoin es ha'ifsharus l'hachnis atzmam k'fi shehem tziyusam dir l'atmus haberis barach. That the question of Ayeka is a reminder to all of us that I have the ability and I have the requirements in us, me, in my mitzias, me, not in Kol Nefesh, but me down here in the physical world, to make it its own place for Hashem. And that's what the Ayeka is telling us. Ayeka, you want to have Kol Nefesh? What about your job down here? Have you achieved it? Come on, let's go. And it's not that it's an intellectual idea, but it's an idea that you're so connected with, you can even feel it. Kach husru es kol ha'agbalos v'ha'afra'is seichel shekein kashem mevatzim es hadavar yishluchusay b'koich shel ha'keren ayeka hu nimnom nimnois. So what we see here, that all the limitations that get in the way get removed, because when you're in the situation of yishluchus, of ayeka, who knows, which is this two contradictory ideas. On one hand, you have the feeling of calls on nefesh from Chassidus. On the other hand, Ayeka, come down. What are you doing? Where are you running? Because of that, because of this dichotomy coming together, we can also bring out the hidden secrets of the Torah. Lidei Gili, in a way to be revealed. Gili Hamuria, Umagala Isai, Es Bechinas Sasim Den Shabanashama, Akishura, Bechinas Sasim the Kitchabechu. That we can cause to reveal in a revealed way. We reveal Umagala Es Bechinas Sasim Shabanashama, the hidden parts of the neshama that's connected with the hidden parts of Hashem, with the hidden parts of Torah. That we're able to connect all these hidden parts, that the deepest parts of Torah with the deepest parts of Hashem and the deepest parts of us. Because what we're saying, Chassidus on one hand reveals this level within us that can have kol nefesh, but together with that, it also causes us to recognize that that's not where I'm meant to be holding. What we're holding is in this world and transforming this world and making it dear It's a beautiful, beautiful idea. And ultimately, we have to ask ourselves, like we've been talking about throughout this Simcha and this idea of learning, Ayeka, what can I do? Just to bring it down a little bit, I was thinking about it during the day yesterday, this Ayeka, and what am I doing? And like we said before, that not necessarily you know what exactly your tafkid is. So any opportunity you have to bring this Divat Achtonim, you can do it. So I was walking downstairs, whatever, in my apartment building, and there was some lady, wasn't Jewish, that was bringing stuff up, like some food, whatever, face was. And I wasn't in any mood really to go do anything. I'll just like in my own head. And I was thinking about this concept, like, maybe I should go ask if she needs help. And so I did. I went to do my little errand. I came back and I saw her. She was trying to drag stuff up and it was heavy. I said, "You need some help?" And so she's like, "Oh, yes, please." And I went and I schlepped and I took the box, whatever it was, and she was actually delivering to a Yiddish home. And I think this is sort of, it's such a simple thing, and what a transformative day she could have because of this. And also for myself, doing the right thing. And this is the aliyah. This is in such a simple form, just a little thing like this. So Mitzvah Hashem, all of us, we should have this understanding and through the learning Chassidus and internalizing Chassidus and feeling the Chassidus and expressing it in our actions. We should have an amazing Shabbos.